Hi guys, welcome back to Belinda's Babies. It's Thursday. What's been going on Thursday? Well, took Mabel in. Just, you know what I do on my channel? I kind of do the baby thing, but I also share a lot of my personal stuff. Just you guys get to know me a little bit better. I guess maybe I'm just used to kind of talking more personal and deep because of the line of work I was in, even though I didn't share real personal stuff because it was not appropriate. However, I did do a lot of support groups and would share things like I'm going to share right now. So basically, took Mabel to her appointment today. The vet looked at her growth and it is growing a lot more. Checked her stomach and she has fluid built up in her stomach. So basically she says, she didn't check, but she said that this indicates that the cancer has spread to different organs, and gave us some more pain meds. I took her home and I guess we have to decide when we're going to not have her suffering any longer. I hate that decision, but I don't want to see her suffer. I also feel the same for people, you know? You don't want to be in pain. And it's not like we put animals in a deep state, almost like a coma state, as we do with actual people. Yeah, I don't want, and she said it's uncomfortable for her to lay and breathe, and that's what all the panting and all that's all about. So, just thought I'd give you guys an update. Other thing is, I'm going through my albums, my photo albums, and I found a few pictures of my daughter. I used to love taking photos. And this is my daughter here. I don't know if you can see it's glary, but this is her hugging a tree. I think I have older pictures of her hugging a tree, but you can see her curly hair. And her hair took a long time to grow. Mine was like that too. And see this, I called this the little house in the prairie get up. I think it's so beautiful. Here's another picture of her walking backwards in a park, and you can see the frills up here, and it had little bloomer kind of frilly things underneath. She's in her bare feet. She's got her curly hair in the background. My gosh. And you know what? Because of her hair and the way it was, I usually wore, unless she had a dress on, I usually would wear like a, I don't know what you call it, headband with flowers and stuff, because a lot of people would say, what a cute little boy. And I'm like, how can you boy? She got pink on, she got this and that. And even sometimes, like, she'd be really dressed up as a girl and people would say, oh, isn't he handsome or whatever. Oh, it used to irritate me. So I put things in her hair a lot of the time. So let's play with some babies. Hey, you. I got my tea. I have been struggling also with, I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know what's going on, but I've been having a lot of cramps. Then it gets worse and goes away. So I've been trying to avoid a lot of milks and cereals and things like that just to see. I do have my milk and my tea though. And I haven't had coffee in maybe 4 days. I'm going to drink more teas, put tea through the coffee percolator just to see what's going on there with my stomach. I hope everything is okay there. I know people don't, probably this is boring for people, talk about health stuff. That's what's going on with me personally. And if it continues, I'll have to get that checked out. I need some blood work too, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's okay to have consistent cramps unless it's that time of the month, and that's way gone for me. Well, you know. So I thought, let's dress some babies today. Tea is really good in your percolator. Alrighty. So I decided I would dress little Natalie. I haven't done too much with Natalie. She is a doll that I went and got, I think Sophia, I believe. Sophia was in the city, and she told me about the store that had, I think it was called the Showcase store, and it showcased different products. And the products that it showcased were little reborn baby dolls. And I thought, oh my gosh, aren't they cute? I want to check them out. So I went, and I don't know. Trevor said, do you want them? Do you want one? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I can't decide. I like that one. Do you want to get two of them? What was I going to say? No. Yes. And they were in boxes, and they came with like a little blankie and stuff like that. Obviously, I think someone told me that this is a replica kit. I don't know. I've never seen the other doll that I'll show you as a kit. Get off there. But you could get them weighted or not weighted. And I think I've mentioned this before. I've never felt a doll as solid as this. It's almost like she has, like, she is so hard. Like, there's no cuddling to this doll. And it's almost like she's got cement in her. That's how weighted she is. I call her Natalie. She's Natalie. And I don't usually do a whole lot with her. She's hard to move her legs. She's hard to move too much of anything. I think she's super sweet. She's more of a decorative doll. I wouldn't want my kid playing with it. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. If you were to get one of these at the Showcase store, and I think it's at the Showcase store on the box, just says Reborns. I think. Something like that. I'm just going to put this little sleeper on her just to have something different. I like the little chicken outfit I took off. That's nice for Easter. And this is nice for Easter too, because I think it's got some bunnies. Does it? Oh. Anyway. I named her Natalie because she reminds me so much, of Natalie from The Facts of Life. She just, her smile and her squinty eyes. That's what she reminds me of. Natalie from The Facts of Life. Maybe I'll put her legs down. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't recommend these dolls per se. I mean, if you want one of these dolls, I wouldn't get them weighted. I wouldn't. And it costs more to have them weighted, and I didn't really realize how hard they were until I got them home and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, in hindsight. I did a video when I brought them home and took them out of their boxes and everything, and if you want to look at that, it is there actually with my daughter. We picked her up, and that's why we went to the store, and then we came down this way. But yeah, it was actually a video with her. So cute. Here's Natalie. It was a fun video her and I made. I don't know if I opened up other things besides her or not. Now I got this brush. Now this brush came with my Charlie. My Charlie boy, my Charlie Brown. That's who's Levi, reborn by Kay. Kay's Creations, my beautiful friend. And she gave me this. And I've never had one of these. And these are nice. Well, for my kids, they didn't really have hair when they were young. But these are really nice for doing your doll's hair. They're soft. So thank you, Kay. I'm using it on all my baby dolls. And I have a nice brush for them. This is Natalie. How you doing, Natalie? There's Natalie. I think she's so cute. Look at those Irish eyes. Okay, Natalie, we're going to sit you down and fix your... Ooh! Sit you right... Where am I going to sit her? I'll sit her back over here where she was. And I'm going to change Sophia. This is Sophia. This doll, Sophia, is also the doll that I got from the Showcase store. Same company. This is the one I couldn't decide on because she had the girly hair and her actual name on her box was Sophia. So I was like, oh my gosh, I love this little doll. I couldn't decide between her and this one here. So she's a bigger doll, obviously. Wouldn't brush her curls. I think I just fluffed them like this. But she also reminds me of Shirley Temple. But I kept her name Sophia after my daughter. So she is weighted too. So she's also rock hard and is filled with cement or something. I don't know. Sophia actually got this beautiful outfit for me. She's so sweet. She bought this outfit and a few others for me for my dolls as gifts. I like getting gifts for my dolls for me because what do you get someone, when they have everything? And if they're a collector of reborn dolls, you get them doll clothes, baby clothes. That's what you get them so they can play and change them because that's the fun part about playing with reborns and dolls. She's not a reborn. She's a manufactured doll, obviously. That's a lot of confusion. I guess you can call it a reborn, but actually the name or the word reborn actually means a doll that was repainted, artist rendered. So if I took this doll, removed the paint, or added more things, or did something, it's a reborn, a rebirth of the doll. So I didn't do anything to this doll, so I would just call this a manufactured doll. And I don't know if she's actually a sculpt or anything like that. I haven't seen her before. Look at the beautiful teeth on her and the beautiful smile. She's a big, happy, smiley baby. Lots of expression. And I thought, let's try this on her. My little black dress. I'm going to put this on her as an underneath getup. This is going to fit more like a bigger baby, I think, really nice, like June Awake or June Asleep. I don't have her. Or if you had Joseph as girl, be really nice. It is raining here today again, which means it affects Mabel a bit more with her arthritis in the back and things like that. Probably have to pick Silas up today if it doesn't turn to freezing rain. I think it might. Get over there. Oh, look at her. She's got her little black dress on. I love playing them and dressing them and redressing them. And I think most of us in the community must, because that's what the majority of the videos are about. I look for different ideas for different videos, and I think a lot of people do dress their babies. They do box openings. But, I mean, box openings are wonderful, but how many babies can I afford, So, I wish I could afford one every other month, but very sweet. I love box openings too. But I have only done a few. The sweet hair. I was going to say I could do blanket reveals. Could do that. Yes, I could. So this is my sweet little Sophia. I also thought I would put this on her. I think I put this on. Who did I put this on? Oh, I think I put it on Maud. Right now, I have Maud, who had some darkness on her, and I remember seeing a video with someone talking about that, or one of the replica dolls. So I have Maud in a different location. I just want to see how that's going to go. I have her out in my living room away from all the other baby dolls. All the other baby dolls seem fine, but I just want to make sure all is well in the land of Belinda's babies. And there isn't any kind of moldy situation going on. Get in there. This is a really nice, warm, sparkly getup. But yeah, I was going to say, I did have this on Maud, and it looked really nice on Maud. She filled it out really well. Excuse me, this is going to be big on Maud, I believe. Not on Maud, on Sophia. She's very stiff too. But there's beautiful, beautiful dolls for decoration. If you don't get them weighted, they'd probably be really, really good. They wouldn't be as stiff, maybe. I'm not really sure. But they're definitely... I mean, I think the reborn, like, the actual, like, dolls like this or replica dolls are great also for children, because I've had people contact me about art dolls for children, and there's nothing wrong with that if someone wants to do that, but they have to understand and realize that, you know, the art dolls are not really recommended for children per se. You know, it's art. It's a piece of art, you know. So, where painted replica dolls are an alternative, and they're alternative for us too, if we want a different doll. Or I would say and I'm not going to use the word alternative. I'm just going to say they're a different doll. And it's great to have a different collection of all kinds of dolls. I know with Maud out in the living room, I've been watching some shows and stuff, and I love to cuddle her. I don't worry about ruining her paint or anything like that per se. It can happen, but it just doesn't feel the same, you know, when you're paying a lot for a doll. Like my babies, my 3 babies from In Love with Reborn, Stephanie. I don't, although Charlotte went on a lot of outings with me. She's gone to a lot of different places. You can see that in my videos. But I don't really want to increase the risk so much of something happening to them. And that's just me. Where the replica dolls, I don't worry about so much. And Charlie Brown, I wouldn't want to do that with him either. Now, if I did have a car seat, it'd be different. If I got myself a car seat, and I'm keeping my eye open, but it's hard to fork out, you know, money for a car seat. But a used car seat is also something that I've been keeping my eye out. But some people want a lot for those, and you're thinking, well, you might as well buy a new one, right? I mean, I don't care if it's dated. If it's a dated car seat, that doesn't matter, because there are dolls. But if you could carry them in and out that way, that's okay. I did have a video, went shopping trying to find something to carry my baby in. And I found, like, what do you call it? I don't know what you call them, but you put the baby in the front and put it on your chest and stuff and walk around with the baby. I did that. But once again, you're taking them off and on, so the risk of kind of banging their foot or something like that increases. Maybe I'm too anal, I don't know. I worry about those art dolls. But if you have replica dolls, or Ash and Drake babies, or Paradise Gallery babies, you don't have to worry about that. Like Johnny Boy, I don't worry about Johnny Boy. He is an Ash and Drake baby I found at a thrift store. Paradise Gallery baby. I'd love to have one of those sometimes to experience that down the road. And they're great prices, I think, for their babies. Because you know what? I think the replica babies from Temu and AliExpress used to be lower cost than what they are now. Oh, I messed that up. It seemed like the prices are going up. Or maybe it's just me. I mean, some of the prices, like, well, I think Maud was over $100 for me. And she was just a kid. I had to put together and all that. So, I mean, if I wanted to get an Ash and Drake or Paradise Gallery baby, it's the quality, not the quality, the price is similar. So, and I'm Canadian dollars, of course, so that would make a difference also. Oh my gosh, these are hard to snap. Get in there. in there. Oh my gosh. Oh, this fits her really cute. It does fit her good. She's our sparkly. She's all sparkly. She needs some socks. Before she goes anywhere, I gotta feed her. You know, she's gotta be fed. I'm trying to wean her off the bottle, but it's not working so much. I love these bottles. I ordered these from Temu, and I thought for sure they were going to be bigger ones. They're smaller ones. But 1 second. That's better. Yeah, I thought these were going to be bigger ones. But they remind me when I was a little girl, I had, why do I think it was a 3-set? But they were bigger than this, and one was juice and one was milk. And I think they're so cute. I used to look at it all the time when I would feed my babies. Now these ones, the milk disappears like pretty much immediately. You just turn it upside down and it's gone. Where the ones I had when I was growing up, they didn't. Look at her teeth. They're so cute. She's so thirsty. She drank that so fast. Now I'm just going to feed her sandwich. She loves having some sandwiches. She enjoys sandwiches with cheese. No, I'm not taking the lettuce off. She usually complains about the lettuce, but I'm not doing that. She's going to eat it. This has got hamburger, cheese, lettuce, and it's on some toast. Oh, she's going to eat it. She's liking it. Wow, that was fast. Can you have something else? Well, you're not going to... I'll give you a little sip of my pop. Just a little tiny sip. Shh, shh, shh. There you go. Oh, I got to eat mine. We're having our lunch together. All right. There you go. She loves it. She's my girl. My gosh. Gotta feed my Natalie too. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't want to use this on her. I'm scared it's going to really mess up her curls. So I've just been doing this to her curls. I want to try this sweater on her. I got this for Maud also because I like, I don't know what it is. I like dressing the bigger babies. It's fun. It's fun. And you can talk to them and get them to do stuff. You can feed them fake food and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, it's hard to get your hand in this. And pull this through. Ooh, ooh. So right now I'm redoing some babies. I'll be redoing babies and putting them up on the website, belindasbabies.com. You can check it out. The babies that are up there right now are not redone. But the ones that'll start going up there will be repainted, and I'll obviously state that. I mean, once you strip the paint again, you know, unless it's ruined the actual vinyl and the color, there's not much difference, but you've got to have people informed. Put your hat up. Oh my gosh, this is looking cute on her. 1 second. 1 second. I got her all done up with no shoes on. Oh, the joys of being a reborn mama. Oop. Isn't that great? It fits her so good. Yes, it does. You're so cooters. Oh, cooters. We're going to sit you down while I feed Natalie. So you just hold on. Set her over here right by Mama. Let's feed Natalie. Oh my gosh, Natalie weighs more than her. She's so solid. My goodness. Now, Natalie doesn't eat food yet. She hasn't. She's got a whole head of hair. You would think she's quite older than what she is, but she doesn't eat food yet. She's just drinking bottles for now. Oh, my nose is itchy. Why is my nose always itchy? It's always itchy. I'm always doing this. My mom would say, if you have an itchy nose, someone's talking about you. I guess I'm fun to talk about. Today is my younger brother's birthday. We have an estranged relationship. Unfortunately, that has not mended. I've reached out and put an olive branch out there a few times. However, that's nothing that he is willing to look at. It's very interesting because from my perspective, and there's two perspectives and two sides to every story. But if you want to talk about the facts is he rented my place. Circumstances ended up that he was paying rent later. And I think it was 2 weeks and then 2 weeks. And then he was never caught up. And then I kept saying to him, well, you're like a month behind because every 2 weeks, if you give me money, and then that 2 weeks he couldn't pay. And so he didn't believe that. I had it all written down. And I'm like, no. You're like this amount of money caught behind. You're going to have to start paying at the beginning of the month. I mean, I was willing to do this till you got things organized or whatever, right? Yeah. So it didn't work out that way, and it was getting more frustrating. And I just like, you know what? I'm renting a house that he's only paying the mortgage. I didn't charge him extra or nothing. And so it's not like a profit for me. But I was paying for him to live there. I was having to pay the mortgage for him. And he didn't seem to get that. Like, the mortgage doesn't wait. The mortgage automatically comes out for me. So if I'm waiting for him and he's continuously putting it off, and I'd be like, no, you paid, but you're still a whole month behind, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it ended up being a nightmare. And it wasn't good. And I started getting really, you're going to have to move out then if you can't pay it every month or get caught up. I don't care what you do, but you're going to get caught up. Not only that, he couldn't pay the oil, so I had to get money from someone else to put oil in the tank because I didn't want to see the house getting cold. So we did that. And to speed up the process, he wasn't getting caught up, and it wasn't working out. And so I said, you're going to have to move out. Where am I supposed to go? Blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't looking or finding a place or whatever he was doing. So finally I said, you have to be out by this date. And it didn't go over well. So he did respect the fact and leave, but he never paid. Like, he was months behind in the rent, which I was paying like close to $900 a month. Well, no, at that time, I think it was close to $800. Yeah, I think so. Anywho. And then you have insurance and all that. I never charge them for insurance. I would expect, and when the water bill come in, I would say, I'm going to tell you what the water bill is, and you just pay me the water bill, right? Well, he never paid the water bill, not once. And I told him not to move the light bill in his name. I'll just tell you what it is. You can look at the bill and you can pay it. However, and the reason why is because I had my hot water tank and I was paying it slowly through the power company. But they just put it in his name. They didn't listen. So I got this very large bill that I had to pay immediately because the power came in my name. They didn't do that deal where I could pay a little bit at a time. So I got this large bill that I had to pay. Anyway, to speed up the process, he did move out, but there was a lot of damage inside and intentional. It was very intentional. A lot of garbage. Oh my God, the stuff I had to clean up. It was just horrific. But you know what? This is my side. His side is different. And it put an estrange in the family bit. So to make a long story short, I tried to work out something with him before I took it any further. I was holding him accountable. I wasn't just going to pay for everything. I mean, what am I made for money? He made more money than I did. You know what I mean? Like, what Am I made for money? Like, I'm supposed to pay for all this damage, not have the rent caught up, and there was damage. I won't get into all that, but there was some wall damage, and there was damage, and there was a lot of shit left behind. A whole shed full of garbage that he never took out to the garbage bin. Anywho, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because today's his birthday. And life is too short. But he's just not letting bygones be bygones. And I held him accountable and took him to the labor board. No, the tenancy board. And we went through all that. My nerves were shot. I remember that day. I think I took an Ativan that day. Could barely formulate words that day. I felt really bad doing that. However, he needed to be held accountable for things in his life. And so that's what happened. And my parents thought that was actually outrageous. Were they willing to pay the expenses I had? That's what I said to them. Okay, so are you willing to pay the damage then? Are you going to pay his back rent? Because I had to put it on with credit. I had to move credit over. Like, that's what I had to do. So I'm supposed to carry this because, heaven forbid, I would make him become accountable, right? Heaven forbid. We wouldn't want that. So it was just, yeah. Anyway, I don't think he's ever going to admit and recognize that he really fucked up, right? And I didn't even go for the whole amount of damages because I had receipts and pictures and everything. I didn't even go for the whole amount because, itchy nose, I just wanted, I don't think we got damages, a little bit of back rent. We didn't get the oil tank, which is like $1,000 to fill your oil tank, right? So anyway, I don't know. Let's let that go. But what can you do, right? I mean, you got to be accountable for your things in your life. And if there's anybody out there in your life and you're not, and you did something and you're upset with them, okay, but be accountable. Own up to it. Say, yes, I fucked up. I did. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have kicked holes in your walls and punched your alarm system and ruined your basement downstairs by putting a friggin' air conditioner in without sticking the side outside, like, and all the water dripping, ruining the wall, garbage upon garbage. The house was full of shit still. Like, it's just terrible. And I imagine different places he moved to, he did that, but whatever. None of us are perfect, right? The biblical saying, what? He who hasn't sinned, cast the first stone, right? Well, I've sinned, everybody does. But I mean, you have to be accountable. You have to pay your bills. You should say, listen, I fucked up. I'm sorry. This is what I did. You're wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And whatever. And that's all that really needs to happen. However, he is stubborn as a fucking mule because he won't do it. He ignores me. I tried several times when my dad was passing away to talk to him, and he just kind of whatever. Just doesn't even answer. It's like, but it's always been someone else, right? And we all know people in our lives like that. It is someone else's issue, someone else. Like, you place the blame elsewhere. And it's so important to hold your kids accountable when they're young and growing up. No, you did this. No, don't tell me Joe Blow down the street. I seen you. You were involved too. Maybe Joe Blow was involved and you, but not blaming it all on him. He told me to do it. You did it, right? So accountability, my gosh. So many adults in the work field are not accountable. They don't hold themselves accountable. Point fingers, blame, blame, blame. Well, my gosh, you can't be a victim all the time. I mean, you just can't. Not every single person you encounter, every situation, every job, every apartment, every this, every that, every this, they're all like doing you wrong. This victim mentality is just something that's, shut up, Belinda, shut up. I can talk about this forever. Anyway, my babies are fed. Natalie is falling asleep now. And I want to say to you guys, have yourselves a fantastic day. And don't forget, today is the first day of the rest of your life. It actually is. It actually is. It's the first day of the rest of your life. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? All right, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.